All right, I'm here with Al Forian, the impressionist himself. Al, first off, how'd you end up coming here to New York, supporting your buddy here, Conor McGregor?
I've seen like the last few fights, obviously the Diaz fights, the Aldo fight, the Mendes fight. I've seen there was a lot of Irish lads going over, and I just said I had to. It's New York, it's history.
Yeah.
You know, the first MMA event held in New York, and like I think people will know I am a massive Conor McGregor fan. I do an impression of him, but I had to get over to New York for this event. I had to. Once I found out it was announced, just straight onto the pre-sale. It was a struggle. It's a bit of a struggle at first. I was getting a bit shaky, thinking I wouldn't get a ticket, but I got one.
How long have you been doing the impressions, man? The comedy and everything?
I've been doing it, I'd say, since I was a kid. Properly, I've been doing it 7 years. Like, and the way an impressionist kind of starts off, you know, naturally doing what we do now is taking off family members, impersonating aunties, uncles. So I used to do that a lot as a kid. Like at the weddings, I'd take off. I'd do an impression of my Uncle Jimmy. These are real people, like my Uncle Jimmy, my Auntie Frankie, my Uncle Jerry, my mum, my dad. Like there's a story as well that I always, you know, attach in interviews. You'd see my mum is in my videos a lot, and my mum and dad were arguing. Had an argument, like all parents do. And we have our attic converted. That's my dad's kind of tub. It's where he kind of hangs out and does a lot of his work there. And the kitchen is where my mum was. So I called down to the kitchen and the landing of the house as my dad to my mum. Called my mum to my dad. The two of them met in the middle of the landing. So it's been like that for years. Like I done a stand-up set at my parents' wedding when I was 10. You know?
Yeah, is comedy your full-time job? Like, is that your career right now?
Yeah, it's my full-time job.
Great.
I gave up my job a year ago in retail, because the page started it was getting big, it was growing, and I felt it was the right time. So I've been out on my own since then, and my dad manages me. I have two brand agents, one in England, one in Ireland. So it's all good, like, and I'm making money from it, so I'm happy with it, you know.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome to see you pursuing your dream and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
How did you end up linking up with Conor McGregor? I saw the photo on Twitter.
I was invited to Dublin nightclub Sin. It's where Conor would go there a fair bit, and I met up with him there. He was there for the night, like, and a load of people there. I was invited to the VIP area by the manager of the club, Kieran, gentleman, lovely fella. I met Conor there, and he was like, "What's up, brother? What's up?" I was like, "How are you, pal?" And he was like, yeah, you sound nothing like me," he said. "You sound nothing like me." And I said, "But what about the other impressions?" He goes, "They're very good, but my impressions, I don't like it." But I had a genuine conversation with him. I told him, because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for Conor McGregor, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. He launched my career, and he gave me the opportunity to showcase the other impressions like Robert De Niro, and, you know, introduce new impressions like Donald Trump, which is one of my new ones, Gordon Ramsay. So I thanked him. He was very appreciative of that, and he was very happy for me that I was making a career out of it, and he acknowledged that. So he's a lovely guy. He is a very nice guy. So I have a ton of respect for him, you know, because he goes out there, he's doing what he loves, and, like, how can you not aspire to that, you know? That's what I aspire to.
How much has social media played a role? Because that's actually how I found out about you on Twitter, was seeing this video, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's awesome.
I'm loving Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm loving Twitter. I'm kind of trying to break Twitter now. I've reached the 200,000 mark on Facebook this week. I'm at 16,000 on Twitter. No, sorry, excuse me, 16,000 on Instagram, 12,500 on Twitter. So I'm trying to grow those other platforms as well, social media platforms. And it plays a huge part. I think the main aspect of social media is staying relevant with what's happening now. Coming up with something that's, you know, relative to what happened maybe an hour ago. It's the speed of it. I upload a video an hour after the press conference. I grab a fur coat, a big fur coat, go around with the glasses on, Gucci mink, you know. It's McGregor arriving late to a meeting with De Niro, Tyson. I done this video the other day, and Denzel. And he arrives in, there's De Niro. "Why are you late? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?" "I just don't give a fuck," wearing that Gucci mink fur coat and the shades on. So that's kind of, it's just staying relevant, being topical. That's what gets you the following. It grows and grows and grows if you're like that, you know.